So thanks so much for joining me today. This interview is part of our ongoing effort to spotlight real stories from sprint trainees, things that have worked, what has changed, and what results you've seen. So it's very informal, and really just feel free to speak from the heart. We'll walk through the few sections together, and keep your answers conversational, natural, and are you ready to dive into some questions, Tony?
I'll do my best.
Great. So firstly, can you introduce yourself, your sales experience and the role, and what kind of sales environment are you currently working in?
Hi, good morning, Mel. My name's Tony Castle, and I am a pest control specialist and expert.
Yes.
I represent Kleen Pest, a pest control company stationed in Montague Gardens, and we deal with all sorts of problems. And we cover domestic homes and we cover commercial properties. And we cover the whole of the Western Cape.
Okay.
And we are ready for your call. Any pest problem you have, we will answer that call, and we'll be there to solve your problems.
Excellent. And your personal role that you play within this industry, could you give us an outline of that?
Mel, I don't have a lot of experience. I've been around for about a year and a half, close on 2 years now. But I have become an expert over the period that I've spent with Sprint, and I believe that Sprint has broadened my knowledge of my vocation in pest control.
Excellent.
And I am the sales person for Kleen Pest, and currently dealing only on the commercial side, because the commercial side is a big enough area for me to cover in the Western Cape.
Absolutely. And before that, Tony, you say you've got 1.5 years of sales. What were you doing before that? Just briefly, what was your roles that you played in other industries?
I wasn't in any other industry as a salesperson. Prior to me doing your course and the Sprint on Tuesdays, I used to go out very much a novice, selling clean bin clients. That was for a long time. Also to commercial clients as well. And then Neil introduced me to Kleen Pest, and I started selling, calling on our commercial clients to try and get them to come across, to not only use Clean Bin, but to also use Kleen Pest. And also with his advertising on various platforms, we got people calling in, and I went to call those people. But I wasn't very good at the time. I was a salesperson, but I was very much a novice.
Yes. Excellent. So Neil's given you a wonderful opportunity to actually start pest control as a new business, as a new section of the Kleen Pest group of companies. So that is a wonderful, but also quite a difficult opportunity, because when you started, it was new. The customers knew Clean Bin, but they didn't now know that you also did pest. So a lot of education on your side, I'm sure, needed to take place too, and convincing to say, look, we are also experts in the pest control side of things.
That's great.
Yeah, must have been quite a challenge. And tell me, what made you decide to join the Sprint program?
I joined your weekly Tuesday Zoom meetings probably about 2 months, or more than 2 months ago. And during those hours, I spent an hour with you every week. I felt I was learning something every single day. And that Zoom meeting was the catalyst for me, because when I heard that you were actually offering sales courses, I wanted to get onto those sales courses, because if I could learn something in an hour, where we were lots of people listening to you and learning from you, I felt that as a student, I'll learn a lot more. And I was very pleased that Neil offered to pay for that course. And today I've been through the course and I'm a lot better for it.
Great. No, that's fantastic. So you enjoyed that 1 hour a week. Did it feel manageable and impactful for you?
The 1 hour, when I started the course, the 1 hour I thought was a bit short for the course.
Yeah.
But then I realized after starting it that, the 1 hour was sufficient, and I had to maintain my concentration in an hour because there was a lot of information coming my way. And I felt that if it had been longer, I would have lost concentration. Your timing was perfect.
Thank
And
you.
I really felt that we covered the ground that we were supposed to cover in that hour. You were very, very informative. You kept the subject very relevant. Specifically, you kept it to pest control, which pleased me because I felt that the course was designed around me as a client.
And it was.
I wasn't doing something generic.
Yes.
I really felt that I was learning about pest control and sales.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself.
Oh, fantastic. And tell me about the weekly assignments that you got. Did you find that beneficial?
We got the weekly assignments every week, and there wasn't any particular assignment that I felt was the best, because every single assignment I felt really and truly helped me, because every single assignment dealt with a different area of sales, but it honed in on pest control very specifically.
Yes.
And I felt that you were teaching me how to deal with a broad-based issue, but regarding pest control on a sales basis, a sales sort of background.
Yes.
And I really felt that every single assignment was my best assignment.
Right.
Because from the assignments, I would actually learn how to deal with the issues.
Yes. No, that's fantastic. And then we also did the one-on-one coaching, Tony. How did you enjoy that?
Well, the one-on-one coaching put me on a spot, but you made me feel comfortable, relaxed, and I became, because of the course I was doing, I became more verbal. I could speak with more authority, and I could speak. I was more relaxed when I spoke. And if I did say something that wasn't correct, you would very politely point me in the correct direction. And I didn't feel that I was being admonished or anything. I learned all the time from you.
Fantastic. And tell me, Tony, let's talk about the scorecard that we did. We did that in the beginning, and then we did it midway through the sprint program, and then at the end. How did it help you become aware of your strengths and areas of improvement?
Well, the first time I did the scorecard, I realized, because the scorecard is very, very, very specific, I realized that I had a hell of a lot to learn to improve myself. And for me, that was the beginning stages for me, because immediately I could see exactly where my weaknesses were, and I knew I had to concentrate on those weaknesses, which I did.
Yes.
And after the third scorecard, I believe that I have really done very well. I have after concentrating on my weaknesses and honing in on them, I have developed as a salesperson.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And if I remember correctly, the scorecard, you started at about 35%, and you went up to about 55-60%, which is a phenomenal growth within that short period of time. So that is something that is really great. And it's, Tony, it's wonderful to work with somebody that is willing to learn new things. And that there's a saying that an old dog can't learn new tricks, and that's just absolute. You're proving it to me and to everybody else that's just not the truth. I mean, anybody, if you have the right mindset, you can learn anything. So well done on that. So let's have a look at another aspect, and that is improvements in your sales performance. So in other words, your client engagements, your conversion rates. So in other words, you're prospecting and then converting that into a sale. How's that grown for you?
Well, my engagements with my clients, whether they're old or new, is more positive. I'm very verbal now. I speak with more authority, and I'm more relaxed, more natural when I speak to them, and I feel I know a lot more about what I'm talking about. And although we didn't there hasn't been a vast increase in business since I started the course with you, simply because we're going through a winter period. But in terms of my sales, I'm sitting at 68% currently for the year, and I am waiting on something like 8 quotes to come back to me in terms of whether the client is going to go ahead or not. So there is still room for a lot of improvement in that regard. I'm expecting an explosion. I'm expecting to get over 100% soon.
Good. But what did you start on? If I remember correctly, when we started the course, you were on about 43%. Am I right?
Yeah. I was on 43, and I moved up to 68%.
Yeah. No, I mean
but it did generally slow down because of the winter period.
Yes, exactly. No, exactly. So that would definitely have an impact on your sales. I mean, even Neil, he did mention that. So Tony, would you recommend the Sprint program to other sales professionals and teams? And why would you? If you would, why would you?
Well, when I started this course, I was a greenhorn, and to my surprise, you designed the course around me and my profession, and that made it a hell of a lot more easier to learn, because I didn't have any other knowledge before this, and I firmly believe that any seasoned professional out there who think they know everything about sales, if they sat down with you, they will learn a lot more than what they know right now.
Thank you, Tony. That is wonderful. So any final words for somebody considering joining the program but unsure if it's the right fit? What would you say?
I would say that it's not me that has to fit into the course. The course was designed to fit me, and that is what made it work. You took the course and you decided, Tony, you need to learn sales purely around pest control, and you did exactly that. You made it fit me as a person, and I believe that combination worked.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tony. That is awesome.
My pleasure, Mal.
That was fantastic. Your insights, Tony, are really going to help others to see what's possible when they actually commit to growth.